How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we need to talk about some of the news in the crypto market, and there is a good amount of stuff that we have to cover, from Cardano to Algorand to other cryptocurrencies too, like Ethereum. Today is a day that we're going to cover all the stuff that we haven't covered so far, and it's going to be a good one. So if you guys don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, yesterday, I did a video talking about a crypto that I was buying for the first time, actually, and why I thought it was cheap. And actually, it went up about 13% over the last 24 hours, beating out everything on this top list. So if you guys want to go check that video out, I would really suggest it. I will put it on the end screen. I'll also put it about halfway through the video so you can check it out. But we do need to cover some of the news today too, so don't skip this either. Just watch it at the end. And then I do have a giveaway going. So Nosana is a new cryptocurrency that believes in the power of crowd computing. Everyone can contribute to it via their devices. Shareable CPU capacity is everywhere. Nosana makes CPU resources simple and sustainable. So you get rewarded in Nosana token, when you share some of this capacity. Right now, this is kind of owned by some of the major tech giants of the world, but they are taking it and making it more decentralized. So I put this on my Twitter. If you guys want, I will link to my Twitter to this post underneath the video, and you can get 100 NOS tokens, or $100 worth of NOS tokens at IDO price. So just tag a friend, retweet, follow myself, and then follow Nosana too, and you can get in on this. So they are having their token distribution tomorrow. So make sure that you do this here really soon. Now, let's look at some of the top news. So first of all, I think it's a good reminder that we need to be careful, because when there's a lot of news, when there's a lot changing in the market, people get scammed. 26 Bitcoin worth 1.1 million was just paid to a confirmed Michael Saylor scam giveaway. So if anyone's live streaming and it's someone famous, those oftentimes aren't the actual people streaming. It's some scammer that's trying to get you to send them cryptocurrency. So be careful about that. Also, SundaeSwap gave a date officially for the DEX rollout on the mainnet. So as they say, as we prepare for liftoff, be careful, because there will be scam attempts. This happens all the time. Whenever there's big news, there's always scam attempts. Now, let's move on to some of the good stuff. So SundaeSwap has officially announced their ISO, and they will be launching on January 20th. So, of course, with a lot of this stuff, you have to be careful too, because there are going to be issues with it. There's going to be downtime. They're still working through this. But finally, January 20, the SundaeSwap will launch as a fully functional beta decentralized exchange. They say Tuesday, January 25, the first round of ISO rewards will be calculated. Thursday, January 20, Sunday farming rewards begin. So this is kind of a jam-packed week. Now, I think we have to keep in mind what this means for Cardano. So Cardano has been pumping up on this news. You can actually see up 10% over the last 24 hours. We're going to have a lot of people that start to get excited about Cardano again, in my opinion. But let's look at why this is being valued so much less than something like Ethereum. It's basically 1/10 the price. And I'll be honest, I think Cardano, for what it's done so far, is overvalued. The question is, what is it going to do moving forward, right? I think it's pretty obvious that since they didn't have smart contracts, or they didn't even have a DEX, they still don't have a DEX, but they didn't have smart contracts until a couple months ago. What you were buying was the future, not necessarily what you get right now, and you're betting on the fact that it will do better in the future. So why is something like Ethereum valued so much higher than some of these cryptos? Well, first of all, they have a ton of total value locked. So I talk about this a decent amount on the channel, but Ethereum has $146 billion just locked up, like in liquidity pools, DEXs. And you compare this to the whole crypto market, they hold about 2/3 of this. The next closest one is Terra at 19 billion. So they have almost 10 times, like 8 times the amount of total value locked. So a lot of the actual supply is locked up. Also, they do have a couple mechanisms that make the price go up a little bit easier. So 2.0 staking, whenever you stake, you can't actually sell with Ethereum. So about 7.5% of Ethereum can't be sold right now. So that holds a lot of the supply. Then also, we know that people are locking up their Ethereum, putting it away. It's not on exchanges, and they also have a lot that's being burned. We have 70% since they started the EIP 1559 update, or since they rolled that out, 69% of all Ethereum has been burned. If you look over the last, let's say 7 days, it's 117%. So there can be congestion and then it burns even more. So all these things contribute to the price going up, but Cardano hasn't had anything locked up, or they don't have any total value locked. Now they do have a good amount staked. I think it's around 70% of the supply is staked, but the rest is kind of floating around. There's not a lot to do with it right now. So fact is, more Ethereum, more Cardano is going to be staked, and then hopefully that will artificially push up the price, or naturally push up the price. Then one other crypto that I want to talk about too that's making some news today is Algorand. So Algorand is working with PayPal. Here are the details. So they're talking about instituting their own stablecoin. And we know PayPal's a huge company. It's one of the largest actually in the world. If you take a look at the list of companies, it's I think top 10 or 15. And they have a connection to Algorand. So Algorand partnered with Curve a while ago. PayPal bought Curve. So PayPal bought bought them for about $200 or $300 million. So they're working with each other. So this is going to be interesting. It didn't really push up the price of Algorand much, but could potentially push them up even more. Some people are really worried that Facebook tried to do something very similar with Diem. I believe that was the name of it, Diem, several years ago, and that got shut down right away. Some people are worried that that's going to happen also with PayPal, but we haven't heard anything like that yet. So overall, I think it's a pretty good day in the market. I mean, we don't have a ton of movement. We're up about 1%. We're up to where we were a few days ago, but you can see some of the altcoins are moving up pretty well. I mean, Solana is back at 150. This is one that I picked up a lot of when it fell down, when Bitcoin was around 40,000 and the whole market was down. I was picking this up in the mid 130s. Cardano, I picked some up at $1.08. You could do that just a couple days ago. Now it's at $1.40. That teaches you, that shows that you should be greedy when other people are fearful. Of course, I like layering in. I don't like to put all my money in at one time. And then the crypto that I talked about earlier, and I'll put this video on the end screen too, but I'll tell you what it is. It's Phantom. Phantom's up 13.5%. I told my Patreon members about it before I made the video. I also showed them the video first. So if you guys want the link to the Patreon, you can check that out underneath the video. We don't always get moves like 12% in a day, but it's done really well. It's done well for us. It's a nice little swing trade, but I am holding it for now because I think it is truly undervalued. Now, some of these are actually beaten down a little bit. ICP is down about 7%. But overall, like I said, I think it's a pretty good day in the market. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. I hope you're all doing well. Just a reminder, the stock market is closed tomorrow in the US for Martin Luther King Day, but we do have the crypto markets open. So thank you guys so much. Again, there is that link underneath the video to the Nosana giveaway if you want to get in on that. There aren't that many people that are trying to get it, so you might be able to get some free money. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.